I'm back. It's the last day of the festival, and I'm doing something that I saved till the end. I didn't want this powerhouse deck to be available to the public at the beginning of the festival. It would have ruined the whole thing. It's tier 0. It's Jerry Beans Man. Jerry Beans Man is back, and the degeneracy is at the highest level it's ever been. Our opponent is playing Mayakashis, and we just activated Max C. We are about to draw infinity cards. Let's go. As our opponent summons Mayakashis 1,000 times, remember, I have a contest going on right now. If you comment in the chat and are subscribed to the video, subscribe to the channel, excuse me, you'll be entered to win a signed copy of the legendary fisherman. If I can acquire a copy of Jerry Beans Man, that will also be a prize. That is subject to prize availability. So make sure you comment and subscribe to the channel. We'll have more Jerry Beans deck lists in the future. We're gonna monster pop with the Dark Hole. Opponent gets to resummon his Yoko Graceful Mayakashi. We're gonna give him a turtle. That is much better. Appreciate your turtle, opponent. Opponent gonna maxi us. You know what, opponent? No. Only we get to maxi. Ash Blossom, negate. We are about to show the power of Jerry Beans Man, and it's just Jerry Beans Man doing all the work, and I'll show you how. Let's summon Jerry Beans Man from the deck with Unexpected Die. Let's summon another copy of Jerry Beans Man with the Marauding Captain. We get to summon a Kaiju because our opponent controls a Kaiju. What a coincidence. Let's equip our Jerry Beans Man with the Moon Mirror Shield. Special summon a Leviathan Dragon using our Jerry Beans Man and the Marauding Captain. Detach a Jerry Beans Man as a material to boost our attack points, and let's get hitting our opponent. You can see now how Jerry Beans Man is critical to this deck's functioning. Opponent at 2,400 life points. Let's use that level 3 XE monster we made using Jerry Beans Man to make a Zeus in defense mode. We set a bunch of cards. Let's pass the opponent. We got infinite impermanence, we got Ice Bear, we got evenly matched. Opponent can activate Monster Reborn. You know what? Let's max C again. We haven't drawn enough cards this game. Jerry Beans Man deck, just toppest of tiers. Luckily, by the time you watch this video, the festival will be over. The Synchro XZ festival will have ended. You won't be able to abuse your opponents in this fashion. Let's negate the effect of the monster that would have made itself unaffected by monster effects. So we negated his effect to be unaffected by effects. Opponent foolishly activates Necro Zombie zombie spell to steal our Zeus, but he activated the Imperm column. That's because Jerry Beans Man was distracting him, and opponent makes another fatal error. He attacks our defense position Zeus, and we're just going to activate Ice Bear, and our opponent is going to die. Now, we could have used Zeus to wipe the field, and then summon another Jerry Beans Man and attack, but I think that's just a level of BM that I'm not comfortable with. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Of course, as is tradition, I'll have the full deck list at the end of the video. You'll be able to see what I ended up with as the strongest Jerry Beans Man deck. Now this hand does not have Jerry Beans Man, but it doesn't matter. Just because you don't have Jerry Beans Man in your hand. Okay, also, just as an FYI, if you ever set 2 back row or more, opponent will get a Harpy's Feather Duster added to their hand. The number of times this has happened to me, it's just unreal. Opponent is playing Sword Soul, but they don't know that Tier 1 is not Sword Soul. It's also not Legendary Fisherman. All those other things I told you, that was a lie. Tier 1 is Jerry Beans Man. Opponent making a Barandafleur. Gonna burn us. Gonna special summon an Ecclesia. They're making some monsters here. You know what? You go ahead, opponent. Make your synchro plays. Yeah, we'll let you finish here. There you go. Got a Dragite. Opponent gonna send some 10E monsters to his graveyard. Gonna attack us. Now this hurts. Not gonna lie. This 800 life points. This is very painful. But we have an evenly matched, and we have a Kaiju. So let's Kaiju our opponent, and let's show off the secret sauce. This did not have to be Ash Blossom. This could have been a Jerry Beans Man. And remember, Jerry Beans Man, he's in the deck. That's what makes this deck so powerful. Just Jerry Beans Man being in the deck. Let's use the Nightmare Shark to attack directly. Attack directly with Nightmare Shark. Super summon the Zeus. Again, we could have done this with Jerry Beans Man. Set an evenly matched. Pass turn. There was no reason to set this. We probably should have left it in hand, to be honest. Opponent activating Adamantipator Risen Dragite for a reason that I do not comprehend. They do not have any rock monsters in their deck. Let's activate the Zeus, wipe away their field and our evenly matched that we should have had in our hand. We don't need it. We draw Maxi. Maybe Maxi will let us draw into a Jared Beansman. Find out. Opponent at 3,000 life points. Pass back. Let's see what they got. They got one set back row. Back to us. We draw Regeki. Well, let's finish them off. No need to wait for the Jared Beansman. Jared Beansman in the deck, powering it up versus Sword Soul. And I mean, this is what more proof do you need? What more proof do you need that Jared Beansman is tier 1 than it just crushing Sword Soul like nothing? Alright, let's go on to the next game. Every time Konami releases a new ban list and they leave Jared Beansman unlimited, I don't know what they're doing. I think they don't know how to do their jobs. Opponent going first. Doing some wombo comboing. Let's just let them do that. They're gonna wombo combo. We're gonna activate Maxi at some point. Now is the time. Let's activate the Maxi. Opponent got an Ash Blossom. Alright, that's okay. That is okay, opponent. We don't need a million cards. Just the fact that Jared Beansman is in the deck. Like I said, Jared Beansman being in the deck makes this deck tier 0. Let's negate the effect of that Utopic Sage. He was going to search for a ZW or ZS monster and equip it. We don't want that. We don't want him getting cards from the deck. That's bad. Bad news. Opponent making a Utopia double. Gonna add double or nothing. This is pretty cool. He used Utopia, negate its own attack, double its attack, and then it gets to attack again. Opponent's got a 6,000 beat stick, but we got Marauding Captain. And again, this could be Jared Beansman. This would still function if this was Jared Beansman. We're gonna give him the Moon Mirror Shield. We're gonna attack our opponent. Opponent gonna protect this monster, but I don't know if he has a way to get through this. We got Marauding Captain. Opponent gonna resummon an Onomatopoeia from the graveyard. Gonna summon a Dodo Dwarf Go-Go something. Making a Math Mech. Using Zexo Construction. He's just adding monsters to his hand. But he doesn't have... His win condition is getting the big attack points. He doesn't have a way to get over this Moon Mirror Shield yet. Opponent making Utopia Prime. Using Hyper Rank Up Magic to make a super big beat stick here. 3,000 attack. Now this card has some ability. It can detach materials to do something. You know what? Let's just kill that. Moon Mirror Shield. Pop his monster. What else you got, opponent? What have you got for us? Opponent summoning Onomatopoeia. Gonna do more wombo comboing. Making another Utopia. And opponent just can't deal with the Mirror Shield. Gonna concede. Now remember, Jared Beansman was involved in this duel. Let's go on to the next game. Sometimes I ask myself the question, is it possible to lose with Jared Beansman in your deck? I still haven't found the answer. If you manage to lose a duel with Jared Beansman, please let me know. Our opponent is using Fateful Adventure. Gonna draw and discard Virtual World. They're gonna activate right. I think it's time to Maxi. We're gonna get to draw some cards. Need our Jared Beansman. Opponent using E-Tele to try and get around Maxi. I don't think so. Ash Blossom. Negate. Don't want him summoning before we start drawing cards. Let's start drawing. Again, we're looking for Jared Beansman. Drawing in perm, that's unfortunate. Opponent is gonna special summon the Water Enchantress and a Virtual World. They're gonna Synchro Shokan into Baron de Fleur. We draw a Marauding Captain. Now, this isn't Jared Beansman, but he'll do. He'll do. Let's activate our Imperm, negate the effect of Baron. Now that Baron's effect is negated, we can equip the Moon Mirror Shield to our Marauding Captain and attack. Baron is dead. Long live Baron. Let's set our Ice Barrier, set our Soaring Mirror Force, pass back to the opponent. Opponent is playing Virtual World with the Adventure Engine, even though the Griffin Rider is not allowed in this tournament, so no negates with the Adventure Engine in this festival. Just some free summons. Opponent using their right again. Get another token. Using the Dracaback. Opponent gonna bounce the Moon Mirror Shield opponent. You should have bounced the captain. You bounce the captain, Moon Mirror Shield goes in the graveyard. Opponent clearly afraid of the wrong cards here. If this were Jerry Beans Man, maybe they would have realized the power level and you know, used the bounce effect on him, but for now, opponent just making mistakes. Opponent making a Phantom Knight, gonna attack us. Let's Storm Mirror Force, send all his monsters back to the hand, but they were all extra deck monsters, so they go back to the extra deck. And now we have drawn Ash Blossom. This could have been Jerry Beans Man. I'd like to point that out. Let's make a Granosaurus. This is a monster that if it destroys a monster by battle, deals 1,000 damage. That is a clock. That is an 8-turn clock. Let's summon the Zeus. And opponent does not want to see any more. They know that Jerry Beans Man is coming, and they're going to surrender. Alright, let's go to the next game. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, where's Jerry Beans Man? I've seen a few games, and Jerry Beans Man hasn't been there. Oh, he's there. Let's go. Oh, I told you. I told you Jerry Beans Man was here. We got 3 copies of Jerry Beans Man right now. Opponent is playing Black Wings. Let's activate the Very Fair Maxi. Keep that combo deck in check. Opponent is not perturbed. They are going to summon a million birds. They do not care how many cards we draw. Opponent gonna just keep giving us cards. Opponent stopped. He thinks he's safe. Unaffected by card effects? No, that is not true. You may have this lava golem. Let's activate Unexpected Die. This was a mistake. I forgot that lava golem uses your normal summon. But just because I forget doesn't mean that we've lost. Because you see, we summoned Jerry Beans Man, and it doesn't even matter if Jerry Beans Man dies. We're going to activate Maxi again, by the way. If Jerry Beans Man dies, that's okay. Because him being in the graveyard, or the deck, or in the hand, or on the field, our win rate just shot up to infinity. Opponent summoning more Black Wings. Not phased by the Maxi. They're going to attack. Put Jerry Beans Man into the graveyard. He's just resting. This is not death for him. This is the rest area. They're going to hurt us. Let's second main phase activate Evenly Matched. Opponent keeping their Black Whirlwind and letting all their monsters get banished. That is a choice. Let's get our last Jerry Beans Man from the deck. Special summon an Ash Blossom. We want to hold this Jerry Beans Man in hand because we want to attack with it next turn. Make the Leviathan Dragon, but boost our attack points by detaching Jerry Beans Man. And attack. 2,500 damage. It's beautiful. Make the Zeus. Pass to the opponent. What can you do, opponent? Opponent setting a back row. Let Zeus get rid of his back row. Normal summon Jerry Beans Man and attack for lethal damage, but opponent is so scared they know it's coming. They aren't ready. They aren't ready to get hit by the Jerry Beans Man. They're going to surrender. Very honorable opponent. Alright, let's do one more game, then I'll show you the deck list. I hope all these games were enough to convince you that Jerry Beans Man deserves to be banned. But if it wasn't, we got one more game. Opponent, playing dinosaurs. Opponent gonna start summoning monsters. Let's activate our Maxi here. Start drawing. Negate the opponent's Fossil Dig. Opponent not summoning any more monsters. Not a great draw from our Maxi. Only one card, but we do have Moon Mirror Shield plus Marauding Captain. So let's get attacking. And opponent, they know what's up. They sense something. They sense something. They're not quite sure yet what it is. So they're gonna keep trying. They don't know yet that we have Jerry Beans Man in the deck, but they're suspicious. And opponent is using their Soul Eating Oviraptor. They're gonna special summon some monsters here. Destroy some cards, search for a evolution pill, special summon a Scrap Raptor. You know, they're just wombo comboing, but they're just spinning their gears here because Jerry Beans Man is coming, and none of this summoning can stop it. Opponent making a Trishula. I don't think so. Old man says no. Opponent gonna activate Miscellaneousaurus, banish 4 cards, and they know, they realize, they're like, oh my god. This deck has Jerry Beans Man. There's no hope. They're just going to surrender as soon as they find out. Alright. That's all the gameplay I have for you. Let's show you the deck list. Here you go. Here is this abomination with triple Jerry Beans Man. Really should refresh these. Get 3 foil Jerry Beans Mans. We got 3 Maxi, we got 3 Marauding Captains, we got Lone Fire Blossom. If you have more Lone Fire Blossoms, it's basically additional copies of Jerry Beans Man with the downside of being vulnerable to Ash Blossom. So that is something to be aware of. It is not as good as having 6 copies of Jerry Beans Man in your deck. We got a bunch of traps. We got Moon Mirror Shield. We got Unexpected Die to get our Jerry Beans Man from the deck directly. We got a bunch of very interactive trap cards. Our extra deck, a bunch of level 6 Synchros, and a bunch of XZ monsters. Are we going to use all these XZ monsters? No, you're just going to use this one and this one and this one, and you're probably never going to Synchro summon. So, a lot of this is superfluous. You do need triple Jerry Beans Man though, otherwise the deck will not work. Alright, hope you liked the video. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Tell me how you liked it. Tell me how wrong Konami is for not banning the Jerry Beans Man. And be sure to subscribe to see some upcoming videos next week. Alright, have a good night.